Okay. Anxiety can be an invisible enemy that really just seems to creep up at all the wrong times, especially when your head hits the pillow. I feel like at just the moment when you need a clear head, anxiety just starts to tug at you with all the ferocity of a 2-year-old attacking a piece of cake. And while stress has become this indomitable enemy that is stealing your well-deserved and much-needed rest, today I'm going to give you some tools that can help you turn it into a fuzzy teddy bear, and all of them using your breath. Because whether you are juggling sensory needs, Zoom calls, long car rides, stress takes a toll on sleep. But breath is a tool that you can carry already. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Amy Miller, and this is my amazing family. I am a wellness advocate, a Buteyko restorative breathing and nervous system retraining clinician that helps moms of children with special needs return to joy by simplifying their everyday lives so that they can spend time making memories with their family instead of worrying over all the things. And we do this using our signature 3 Life Essentials method via our breathing and nervous system retraining systems. And this is our 7-week sleep series on Mondays to experience life more fully, more abundantly, and bonus if we just can do it naturally, right? Now, I have a gift for those of you who are joining me live. It's my exclusive recovery breathing exercise tool. And I'm going to be sharing more about this in just a minute. But it's a tool that I use just with our private Buteyko clients and our nervous system retraining clients. And if you would like access to our show notes for this sleep series, comment below with your email address and I will make sure that you get them. Okay? So, by now, I'm sure that you're familiar with the sympathetic state in our nervous system that we usually call fight or flight and how it affects your daily life. You might even notice that being in a scary situation causes you to take shorter breaths that are mostly in your chest. And what your body is doing is it's raising the oxygen levels in your lungs to help you in case you need to fight or to run away. But what you may not be aware of is how your daily breathing patterns can cause you to stay in that fight or flight indefinitely, and even in those moments when you think that you're relaxing. So we're going to take a minute to describe proper breathing and compare it to more typical breathing. Now, breathing is meant to be done nose, slow, and low. In other words, through the nose, at a slow rate, and with good recruitment of the diaphragm, which is that muscle just underneath the ribs. However, many people today breathe with quick, shallow breaths by expanding the chest. And the result of this type of breathing is that the levels of beneficial carbon dioxide are lowered, which causes the brain to struggle to get into a state of relaxation. In other words, you feel stressed out all the time and have trouble sleeping at night. Now, moms, I'm speaking to you. This means that this constant state of vigilance plus fragmented sleep equals just amplified fatigue and brain fog. So, what are some tools that we can use to address this? Buteyko breathing is a method of breathing that emphasizes helping you with your daily breathing habits. Think about how you breathe when you rest, when you're doing physical exercise, and when you are sleeping. Those are the times that we're thinking about. And it's a breathing that emphasizes low, slow, nasal, and diaphragmatic breathing. In other words, it's breathing that makes it seem like you aren't breathing at all. And 75% of people with anxiety have breathing patterns that could be described as dysfunctional. In other words, they're breathing through their mouth, using their chest rather than their diaphragm, or they're taking shallow breaths, which we call hyperventilation. So restoring proper breathing is going to pay big dividends by helping restore a sense of calm and will allow you to go to sleep more quickly and more easily. So as an introduction, we're going to walk through a simple exercise that helps restore proper carbon dioxide levels, bringing you back to a parasympathetic state. And this exercise is called recovery breathing. So what we're going to do here is first, if you haven't already started taking awareness of how you're breathing right now, since we're talking about that, I want you to just begin by taking a normal breath in and out through the nose. And I want you to take a normal breath in and out through the nose. Pinch your nose with your fingers to hold for 3, 2, 1. Let go of your nose and just breathe normally in and out through your nose. Now you can use this tool whenever your mind is feeling anxious, your mind is racing. And again, just a normal breath in and out through the nose. Pinch the nose and hold. 2, 1, and let go. And just continue to breathe normally through the nose, in and out. And for about 10 seconds. You can even use this when you are in like a coughing fit, or your child is having some coughing or even wheezing. So again, you're just going to take another normal breath in and out through the nose. Pinch the nose and hold. 3, 2, 1, and let go, and just breathe normally in and out through the nose for 10 seconds. Yes, and then we're going to do one last time. A normal breath in and out through the nose. Pinch the nose and hold. 3, 2, 1, and let go. And just continue to breathe normally in and out through the nose. And you can repeat this exercise for 5 to 10 minutes every hour until those symptoms subside. You can use this exercise along with your essential oils for an added recovery tool. You can even use this, anytime, day or night, even when you're out and about, standing in line, around squabbling children. Now, we created this tool to use while you wait at the dentist, actually. You can scan the QR code and it takes you to your personal video walkthrough of the exercise. Anybody else experience some anxious feelings when they're at the dentist waiting? So that you can calm your mind instead of counting. So this little video walkthrough helps you walk through it so that you're not having to think about, has it been 10 or 15 seconds? Do I start it again? How long do I count? All those kinds of things. You don't need that extra things taking your mind off of what you're doing. So that is my gift to you, our recovery breathing exercise tool. Let's talk a little bit more about what about if you're saying to yourself, okay, I already know that I'm having some dysfunctional breathing patterns, or that I'm in this constant state of fight or flight. What about additional support? And so we're going to move on to some more personalized support with our nervous system retraining tools. We have 2 of them. One is our Safe and Sound, and then we have our newest Rest and Restore protocols. And think of Safe and Sound as helping your connection to others. Simply stated, SSP is 5 hours of filtered voice frequency music that sends, quote, cues of safety to your nervous system. And this therapeutic music re-engages your social engagement system. It helps downregulate your stress, improves your connection with others, and lessens sensory sensitivities. Now, research with SSP has shown reduced anxiety, improved sleep, better emotional regulation, even in children with sensory challenges. So think of this as your listening therapy that helps restore safety and connection with others. And then we're going to introduce to you also, this is our brand new program, which is our Rest and Restore protocol. And think about this one as being your connection to yourself. Our Rest and Restore protocol is somewhat similar in a listening therapy. However, it uses Sonosia sound technology to help restore rhythm to the nervous system and to the body. And both of these tools are for those who are desperate for solutions that actually work. They're dreaming of a life when there's less chaos and more rest, and you're sleeping soundly. And though they're believing that health solutions should be personalized and not one size fits all, which is why we provide live one-on-one coaching sessions as well as independent listening options, because these families need more than just generic solutions. They're craving human connection and expert support, and they want to feel understood and guided through their journey. And so this is for those families who are longing for consistent, uninterrupted sleep. They're wanting ongoing support to ensure a lasting change. They're believing in the power of steady, supportive interventions, which is why we also provide frequency therapy through our AO Scan mobile technology between all of those sessions as well. These families also feel overwhelmed and isolated. They're needing reassurance and immediate answers to stay on track. They believe in the importance of feeling connected and supported, which is why we also provide unlimited chat support during the entire program. So if this sounds like something that you may benefit from, or if this sounds like you at all, then you may benefit from one of our nervous system retraining programs. And while SSP and RRP both require certified help, its principles, the auditory-based vagal stimulation, shows how nervous systems can be reshaped. Okay, so let's talk about our routines. Our bodies and our brains, they thrive on routines, right? So having a sequence that you work through to start your day or before you go to bed will help you, your brain and your hormones, prepare themselves for what is up next. So now in the Miller home, we have a few things we do to help our boys prepare for sleep, including we talked about this last week as well, putting on our blue light blocking glasses, lowering the lights, praying together, quietly reading. And personally, I like to add in some affirmations or a track from our rest and restore protocol right before I lay down for bed. So whatever your routine is, make it yours. Creating and keeping that routine will help you have a more successful night's rest. So I want to give you kind of a sample wind down ritual that you can tailor for your own benefit. But the first is taking 5 minutes to talk with a child about their day. That's a time of co-regulation. That's that connection to others that we need to regulate our nervous system. And then spend 5 minutes listening to a calming playlist. I'll give you a good option for you in just a minute. Number 3 is go through a Buteyko breathing exercise, like your recovery breathing tool that I just gave you, or use some sort of physical support, like speaking affirmations out loud or using a heavy blanket. Remember, it's better to have a 1-minute routine that you'll do consistently than to have a 30-minute routine that you're going to only do once a week. So when it comes to routine, consistency is key. Now, speaking of having a calming playlist, I want to remind you guys that all of this summer, our InnerVoice scan sessions that are normally $55 are free all summer long until August 15th. So you can use the code SummerSparkScan to redeem your scan. If you want, actually on the screen, you can actually just scan that QR code and it will take you to the place to schedule that. But here's how it works. You send a 12-second audio recording of your voice, and then what you receive in return is a 4-page comprehensive report of your bioenergetic field. And then you also receive customized frequencies and a music overlay tailored unique to your specific emotional balance needs. This is sound therapy based off of the frequencies in your own voice. Now, and then when you have those, you put on your headphones and you can either chill before bed as part of your routine, or you can listen on the go while you do chores, things like that. But using your biofeedback technology, your voice is scanned. Over 7,000 songs are produced to support the imbalances going on in your mind, your body, or your emotions. And you can listen with the headphones on for 5, 10 minutes, or all day long if you prefer. So what a great tool to reset yourself as part of your nighttime routine for a great night's sleep. Okay. Here you can actually see many of our success stories from using our wellness tools that are designed to address the nervous system-based sleep challenges. So we're going to take a minute to just kind of recap some of the things that we've learned today. Stress causes us to have shallow breath, which leads to sleep issues. And the solution is to layer a routine of Buteyko breathing along with SSP or RRP and other tools to help regulate your nervous system and your emotions and restore that nervous system back to homeostasis, to balance. Now, if you aren't sure where to begin or how to remember that breathing exercise that we talked about earlier, I've got your back. I want you to reach out to me so that we can schedule a quick free call and I'll walk you through beginning how to take back your breath. Thank you guys so much for joining me this week for the sleep series. I'm going to see you back here actually next Monday, where we're going to be talking about hormones and how those are impacting your sleep. That'll be on July 28th. If you would like text reminders of our next wellness talk, you can scan the QR code on the screen or you can text the words Summer Talks to 832-509-5093. I really love being here with you guys. You are worth the investment. And so I'll see you guys back here next week. Bye, everybody.